Lord and Kelman leave Devils, will not attempt three-peat. In a shock announcement today, both Andrew Lord and Todd Kelman have left the Cardiff Devils and will not lead the side in an attempt for a historic three-peat championship. The Cardiff Devils would like to place on record their thanks to the pair for everything they have done for the side during their time here and wish them all the best for the future. Devils appoint GADSBY as General Manager and Head Coach. The Cardiff Devils can today announce that they have appointed Chris GADSBY as Head Coach and General Manager for the upcoming 2018-19 campaign. Chris said, "I am delighted for the opportunity. I watched the Devils for many years whilst I was at university in South Wales and know how passionate their fans are here. I cannot wait until opening night." Hello everybody, how are you? And I hope you are all doing well, and welcome to my office here at the Viola Arena in Wales. I am the General Manager and the Head Coach of the Cardiff Devils. I asked you on Twitter to vote for who you wanted me to take control of in the Elite League, and thanks in part to the Cardiff Devils Twitter account voting for themselves, I am taking charge of the Cardiff Devils. Now, I will confess that this is my third attempt at recording this, as the first couple of times the video has corrupted, so we are not quite as early on as you might expect. In fact, we have played our first pre-season game and the result was quite favourable to us. Really, we actually beat the Sheffield Steelers by 5 goals to 0. We had a goal from Joey Haddad in the first period, Drew Scheitzel in the second period, and then 2 20 seconds apart for Sean Bentavaligo, and one for Lane Ormer towards the end. All even strength goals apart from the power play goal early on. Outshot them by 45 shots to 24. So we have played our first pre-season game. I've also been welcomed to the Devils, and I got a load of under 18 and under 20 international job offers, which I all turned down, as you can see here. Russia under 17, Australia under 18, Belgium under 18, Italy under 18, and quite a few more. So what I'm going to do first is show you our roster, which is here. So we've got Ben Bounds, Thomas Murdy, Drew Scheitzel, Gleeson Fournier, Josh Batch, Bryce Reddick, Mark Louis, Mark Richardson, Mike Hedden, Joey Haddad, Charles Linglet, Lane Ormer, Joey Martin, Stephen Dixon, Jake Morissette, Sean Bentavaligo, Luke Piggott, Matthew Myers, Toms Rutkiss, Samuel Duggan, James Livingston, Matt Pope and Evan Mosey. I have the correct number of imports. I have a salary of $1.149 million, and one thing I should point out is a lot of the stuff in here is actually not relevant to the Elite League. So your waivers, your trading block, really, you just kind of go after who you want to go after. The lines I've got set up at the moment look a bit like that. Ben Bounds, of course, had a shutout, so he's hot right now. I'm going to leave these lines as they are because they worked, well, really quite well in the first game. You see some of the players haven't quite recovered, but I might swap a couple of these out. I might bring Matthew Myers into here somewhere, just to counteract some of the people that are struggling a little bit. But I might do that because we've got 5 pre-season games, so I might just stick the same here. Scouting, I've got Kieran Brown on scouts just because I fancied it. I was kind of trying it out a little bit before we started. So what we're going to do today is, if I just look at the schedule, you see I've got 5 pre-season games still to go. I've got Guildford, Milton Keynes, Fife, Guildford again, and Dundee. So plenty of opportunity to rotate the lineups, but I want to start getting some line chemistry up there. So we are going to jump straight in and play our game against the Guildford Flames. So we've got a couple of notices here. So the Flames have signed Jonathan Weaver to a deal, and Doug Clarkson has been signed by the Coventry Blaze because he was at the Telford Tigers. I had my training camp report where a couple of players have improved their stats, and the Cardiff players need to be assigned numbers. So Tom's Rutkiss wants to be number 8, but Matthew Myers is wearing that, so I shall give Rutkiss, I'll go as close as I can to 8, and I will give him 8T. It's got the 8 in it, it'll be good enough. He seems fine with the number assigned to him. Perfect. Right, so you need to let me know in the comments who you want me to try and sign for this Cardiff Devils squad, and we're going to go in and play this game against the Guildford Flames. I'm going to leave the lines as they are. Everybody's happy. So they've got Jamie Crooks as their captain, TJ Foster as the alternate captain, and Eric Lindhagen as well. So no players are playing their former team, no players are visiting their hometown. So we've got Joey Martin as a captain, Mike Hedden and Charles Linglet, and let's get into this first game. So here we are then, we are here in Guildford. They're going to play an offensive physical game, so hopefully they'll have plenty of players in the box. We'll start the game and see what happens as we tick through. Mosey shoots from the line, misses the net, knocked into the corner. Martin with a shot. Still Martin. On! Cardiff take the lead early on. Joey Martin just 1:44 into the game. Martin from Livingston. And Cardiff have an early goal here in Guildford. Games take roughly about 5 minutes each, depending on how many stoppages in play we have. We reach the midway point almost in this first period. Reddick slaps one off the stick of Ferguson. Over to Hedden with the one-timer. 2-0 Cardiff. Mike Hedden from Scheitzel and Martin. Perfect start for the visitors here. So this here on the right hand side, these are the 5 that are on the ice at the moment. This is game rating, offensive game rating, defensive game rating, and then their stats. So we've played 11 minutes of this first period. Mike Hedden's going to the box for hooking, so we've got a penalty to kill off. You can see the penalty here. So we're going to just try and kill this penalty off. We've killed the first minute. 25 seconds to go of this period. Bounds turns away their shot. Penalty killed. Back up to full strength. 6 minutes to go in the first. Richardson with control. Scheitzel is saved. 5 to go in the first period. Cardiff still leading by 2-0 and leading in shots as well. 3 minutes to go. As Cardiff still try and get a third late into this first period, but we're inside 90 seconds to go in the first period. Still Cardiff battling for it. 20 seconds to go. Bounds makes the stop, and that will be the end of the first period. Cardiff leading by 2-0. We'll start the second period. We'll get on with it as quickly as possible here. When we get into the regular season and more into the pre-season as well, I will start just simming games straight to the end. We're not going to sit and watch every single one of our 60 regular season games, plus playoffs, plus pre-season, plus Champions Hockey League in potential here as well. So we're not going to sit and watch every single one. We are going to skip games, but I thought for the first pre-season game here, we'll have a look and see if we can, well, I'll show you what the game screen was like, and gives me a better idea of the tactics we need to play during the games here. We're completely dominating them in shots. I think from the sound of it as well, the crowd are getting a little bit annoyed with the Guildford Flames as we reach the midway point nearly in this one. Scheitzel just can't get his shot away. Bounds made a good save there. Bounds with 37 saves in a row now over 2 games as we have 8.5 to go in the second period. Morissette with the one-timer. Scheitzel shoots it. Scheitzel scores! 3-0. Drew Scheitzel. Jake Morissette from Lane Ulmer, and it's 3-0 to Cardiff, just past the midway point in this one. Doubling Guildford in shots and tripling them in the scoreboard. It's 3-0. As Bounds covers up and gets another whistle. The lines as they're going. Oh, and it's a goal for Guildford. Jamie Crooks from Evanrit and TJ Foster. Guildford get on the board. They're within 2. And Bounds concedes for the first time this season. See, when things are going your well in the game, there's not really changes that you need to make. I should point out that because it's pre-season, I did put Cardiff down to a non-aggressive, don't really hit mentality. I don't want players to get injured in the pre-season, as we have a minute to go in this second period. As it's Jamie Cook's tripping penalty, so Cardiff are about to go on the power play. It's the end of the second period, so we'll start the third period straight away. Still on the power play, just over a minute of the power play to go here for Cardiff. And now Matt Pope goes into the box as well, so we'll play 4-on-4 for 35 seconds, and then we're going to go on to the penalty kill. And we've killed that penalty off really rather well there, without them getting any severe kind of play on the net. Bound still doing well to keep stuff out here. 15 minutes to go. I might swap the netminders. Lane Ulmer from Jake Morris at 4-1, and I am now going to swap. Now we're 4-1 up. I am going to change the netminders over. I'm going to put Thomas Murdy in, because Bounds isn't on a shutout anymore, so I'm going to swap the netminders, give Murdy a bit of game time. I don't want to risk Bounds getting injured when there's no risk at all really of the game running away from us, as Cardiff have another attempt on goal. 11.5 to go. Cardiff still leading Guildford by 4-1, and more than doubling them in shots. It's 5-1. Gleeson Fournier from Joey Haddad and Evan Mosey. 5-1. Cardiff tearing it up in front of goal in this pre-season. There's just under 11 minutes to go. We're into the final 10 minutes now. We've got a fight here. Another thing to point out is when there's a fight, as you got here, you've got Luian and Baldwin fighting. It doesn't come up. It can't deal with 2 penalties at once, so it doesn't come up on here. But you've got a 5-minute fight in the corner there. So 9 minutes to go. Thomas Murdy hasn't had a shot against him yet. Interference against Bryce Reddick. So we're going on to it's a 5-on-3 penalty here. Look, it's like a 5-minute major there as well. Still Guildford, we've killed both of those off. 6:23 to go. Some really good play here from the Cardiff Devils, keeping Guildford down to 16 shots. Even a 5-on-3, they didn't even have a shot on net. Fournier to Haddad, over to Mosey, back to Haddad. They're moving the puck so quickly that I can't keep up here. Just over 3 minutes to go, and this one is, well, I would say the 2 points, but we're in pre-season, but Cardiff will take the victory here, barring some sort of miracle. As the clock ticks down, still Murdy without a shot against him. 1:19 to go. 47 shots against Chris Carosi in the Guildford goal, and it's a 6th, and it's Mike Hedden from Joey Martin. 6-1, and the Devils nearly with 50 shots there as we round up. 50 shots to 16. The Devils take it by 6-1. Cardiff players have had a good game. Martin, Scheissel, Fournier, Hedden, Pope. No Cardiff players had a bad game. Apparently no Guildford players have had a bad game. I would argue that Chris Carosi probably had a bad game, losing by 6-1. If we look at the star players, Joey Martin, 1 goal, 2 assists. Mike Hedden, 2 goals, no assists. And Scheissel, 1 goal, 1 assist. So it was Martin and then Hedden. And then Scheissel and Crooks equalised, scored a goal for Guildford at 3-1. But then in the final period, Ulmer, Fournier and Hedden gave Cardiff a 6-1 victory. If we look at elsewhere around the league, you can see that the Nottingham Panthers had a good win against the Belfast Giants, and then it goes away. I'll get it back for us in a moment. Once we get back to... We have no game today. Doug Clarkson, Trey Lewis have pitched into homeless shelter to do some charity work. So the previous day, 2 days ago. So the Nottingham Panthers beat the Belfast Giants by 6-1. The Dundee Stars beat the Milton Keynes Lightning by 2-1. The Storm beat the Steelers 4-2, the Blaze beat the Clan 3-1, and of course we beat the Guildford Flames by 6 goals to 1. The next game is against Limerick in the Champions Hockey League, so that is where I'm going to end this video today. So let me know down in the comments section below who you want me to try and buy, who you want me to get in to the Cardiff Devils roster, and we'll be back with this first game in the Champions Hockey League at the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.